From humble beginnings, Insurance Claim HQ has grown to one of the largest property casualty firms in the country. We didn't do it alone, and you shouldn't either. Every week, we're talking to claims professionals and top experts from all over, all to help you grow your business and make you stronger. Let's level up together. I'm Galen Hair. Welcome to the Level Up Claims Podcast. This week, we're wrapping up the year with a special episode. We've spent the past year talking with business leaders and people across the storm restoration industry, sharing ideas to help you get better week after week. No matter the role or background, growth was the common thread. So, as we head into the new year, we asked our guests one question: what does it mean to level up? For Jonathan Bowers, Diane Helbig, and Scott Telema, it means to always be the best you can be.
Oh man, I tell you what, 1% better every day. You know, that's been my mantra. And every day, if I'm not getting 1% better, it's not a loss, but I have to re-examine what I didn't do to get to that 1% better.
Oh my gosh. Leveling up to me means always being better than you were the day before. Always seeking to be better, whatever that means. And it could be in any aspect of your business or your life, but never stopping improving on yourself.
For me, that means to be my very best, to understand when I've had these conversations, these are life or death conversations. And I'm not saying that as an exaggeration. I know that's absolute fact. So if we could handle all of our engagements every day with the mindset of there's real consequence that's going to come from this interaction, that means I'm going to read the book, I'm going to listen to the podcast, I am going to learn from the experts and do everything that I can. So if something goes bad, I know it's not because I was unprepared, uneducated, not ready for this. I'm in the best position I can to achieve good outcomes in every interaction.
Being active in your community is vital to Scott Pillier.
Leveling up means caring for community. You know, it means doing the extra mile of things like volunteering. I always tell people, if you want to level up, go give back and make the community the better place that you want it to be.
Knowing your industry to the best of your ability is how Chad Robinson, Kel Jensen, and Charlotte Lindbergh get things done.
It means to bring up your game to the professional level, civility, and just making sure that you're on top of every single thing in your industry. And, you know, that's one of the things that I did get to enjoy was your Level Up Summit. And that was something that I really thought of, or that I was thinking about after the Level Up Summit, is how many different types of industries that I was able to hear about that I can take from on a daily basis. So negotiation tactics and things like that. And it's just very important that you're well prepared and leveling up to the competition that you may have.
I would say to level up is basically understanding the importance of a topic, in this case, negotiation, and be better at it. I see a lot of great negotiators out in the real world, but I also see a lot of people who need to level up. And you know, it's funny, when we run simulations, we have several groups running the same simulation, just like the AI study we did. They have the same time to prepare, the same time to conduct that negotiation, but every single time, and I promise you, every single time, they end up with very different result. The exact same time, the same concept, the same everything. The only ingredients that is different is the human beings involved in that. Same thing happens in reality. You replace one individual with another, and suddenly you made another $8 million. So I'm talking about people have to level up. They have to get the skill. They have to get the training. They have to get the knowledge. And do you know what? To be honest, I'm still scared in 2025 that you have executives that are sending negotiators out, negotiating for millions of dollars that have no idea on what they're doing. So that's level up to me.
For me to level up, I would say similar to what we've been talking about, right? To stay ahead of what's going on currently in your field and to try to get there before everyone else. So we even have within personal AI, we try to think ahead, right? So we always want to be on the front lines there of what's going on. So I hope you feel like we're doing that for you guys as well. We're thinking ahead.
Growing your business's value is important to Fabian Videla and John Bueller.
Well, to us will be to actually revolutionize the way that, permitting is done in Florida. We are aiming to eliminate all the paper and go fully digital. So that will be, when we get to that point, I call you back and tell you we actually have level up.
Yeah, I think for me to level up is to help 1,000 business owners protect their most valuable asset, which is their business.
For Nell 3D and Alina Wilson, it's being able to take a step back to focus on yourself.
Do less. Subtract to succeed. Truly, we can do more good without doing more. And so get out of this frenzied, overwhelm, burnout path, more. And again, get really clear and do less in 3D, and we will all be grateful.
Leveling up to me means slowing down to learn the things that are going to pay off big in the long run. I think we live in a dopamine-based society where it's easier for me to just go lay on my bed and look at Instagram than see, what the next line item that's coming out is. So I love education. I think it's so beautiful what you can learn. And you don't have to make it hard on yourself to level up. Just take the next baby step today that you can. And all these baby steps will add up to a mile rather than you not taking any action.
Solving your biggest problems is how Josh Thomas levels up.
One of the best ways that you can level up is to go back to the beginning. And here's what I mean by that. The Bruce Lee quote. Before I learned the art and after I learned the art, the perspective was the same. Don't overcomplicate anything. Just focus on solving the problem that's right in front of you. If you can do that, you will obliterate 99% of your competition because they're making it too hard for other people to understand. Just simplify it down to, if you're selling some kind of service or a product to a human being, what are those carnal desires and instinctive reflexes that are making somebody make a decision to buy your thing or to not buy your thing? Keep it real simple. You can do that. That's the highest possible level there is.
For Ari Meisel and Lee Miller, it means to constantly keep discovering who you are and how to build yourself up.
To me, if I am better today in any way than I was yesterday, right? And that I've gotten pushback on this before because, what is it, 1% better? Or, it doesn't matter. It's this continual idea of improvement, right? Small hinges swing big doors. So if I become a slightly better communicator today, if I am a better leader, if I'm a better husband, a better father, like any of those things to me build on each other and they're transferable skills to me as a human, right? So leveling up is exactly that, like that continual improvement in small steps.
Is breaking a barrier down and then discovering who you are after you've broken that barrier. When you've hit a level and you've said, right, okay, I can do this. What's next? You're walking into every level with a newfound set of skills, a new sense of purpose, a new competency. I would say that really leveling up is that, just like a video game, you beat the boss, you move up to the next level, you've got that new armor, you've got that new sword or whatever. That's really leveling up to me.
For Kidane Jones, it means to never stop looking for your own potential.
I have this concept called hunting that I used on myself, and it revitalized my life and the men I work with. It's revitalized their lives. To me, leveling up just means looking for a new level of potential from yourself, looking at new possibilities, new identities for yourself, whether that be external things you do or internal changes you make. Again, I said this earlier, I think the purpose of life is to pursue your own potential. And when you think about hunting, I don't want you to think about the weapons or the grueling part. I want you to think about how excited a lion is to chase a gazelle. It's not angry, right? It's excited. It's focused. It's tenacious. It's hungry. It's driven. I think that's how we should pursue our own potential. So to me, leveling up is being on that journey continuously and being excited about it, whatever that means for that individual.
Challenging yourself is how Cornelia Gamlin and Barbara Mitchell managed to stay growing.
For me, it means step up and meet challenges try new things and don't be afraid if those new things fail. Go on and try something else.
And for me, it would be going, kind of building on what Cornelia just said. It's building on what it is that you as a leader can do to make a difference, and not hold back, but just be receptive. I want to make a difference today and every day, and that to me would be leveling up.
Maintaining goals and taking the action to reach those goals is important to Katie Armentrout, Frank College, and Asher Ware.
It means there's two parts. One is you have to think different. Like, there is a better way, so think different. And two is act on it. Like, make a decision and act. Don't stay in that stirring phase, but actually like make a plan and execute it. And it just can be the smallest step at a time.
To level up, that could be that could be a lot of things, but mostly just think of where you want to go, think of the steps to get there, and just take each step one by one. It's like the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
What does it mean to me to level up? I think if you want to level up, it means discipline. It means you have to get your head right, and you have to focus, and you have to put in the time and effort for whatever it is that you're after. Whether, it's your dreams, your business, you want to level up, you have to kill off the old part of yourself that wants to go and have fun and do everything else, and really, really hone in and focus on what it is you're after.
For David Asarnoff and Vince Perry, it means to continue learning something new every single day.
Getting better every day, studying, learning, growing. I'm going to be 57 years old, and every day to this day, I read, I listen, I study at least an hour a day. And then I get ideas from that, and I say, what is one thing that I'm going to implement? So every day I'm implementing one new thing. And if we just get 1% every day, we will not only be leveling up, we'll be mastering up.
What it means to me to level up. One of my favorite books is called Mindset. Carol Dweck talks about having a growth mindset. And I think that's what leveling up is. It's just making sure you're just continuously educating yourself, you're continuously reading, and you just act like a student all the time. You're never going to know everything. And even if you think you know everything, you shouldn't think you know everything, because there's always so much more to learn. So to me, what leveling up is definitely just having a growth mindset where you're just continuously educating yourself and getting better, feeding your brain more so you could ultimately continue to level up.
Personal growth is pivotal for Kevin Dandridge and Michael King.
You know what? Level up to me is you got to grow. And leveling up is always keeping your mind open to opinion, just like we talked about, taking that and then stepping it up. That's what leveling up is when you get past your personal comfort zone and take it to the next level, look at the next level, whether it's business, family, your hobby, that's leveling up, taking yourself to the next level. Because like he said, and I'm not doing this, but like you said, I'm always willing to give. I'm always willing to be there for somebody who needs some help and needs some answers, and paying it forward. That is me. Leveling up is when you can take somebody to the next level with you. That's the plus. That's I'm sorry, but that's God's hand reaching down and saying you're taking somebody with you. That's leveling it up.
Self-awareness and being absolutely locked in, showing yourself a lot of grace, but being honest with yourself as far as where your gaps are, and being committed every single day to do one thing in the right direction as far as just being honest with who you are and where are the areas that you can personally grow. That's the type of level up leaders I look for in my team. But more importantly, that's the type of level of behavior that I look for in myself.
Finally, for Dominic Rubino and Derek O'Day, leveling up means to never stop moving forward.
Always moving forward. That's what it means. Always move forward.
Okay. So I used to have this tabletop book, and it was called Moving Forward, Keeping Still. And it was all these different little parables in it, right? And I used to think a lot about that. Like, what does it mean to move forward while keeping still? And how do you actually do that? And like, Galen, let's say that you're out on a little camping trip or something like that, and you're going to a specific destination, and I meet you in your campground, and I show you a map, and that map has all these different shortcuts and these different avenues and different paths to getting there, you actually move closer to your destination without actually taking a step. You've moved forward while keeping still. So to me, that's what leveling up is. It opens up the options and the opportunities that you have available to you and allows you to get there, more directly or more quickly.
And there you have it. We hope these perspectives help you continue growing, not just in your business, but in your personal life as well. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Until then, take a moment and ask yourself, what does it mean to you to level up?
Follow us on Apple, Spotify, or your favorite podcast player. And make sure you like and subscribe to keep up to date on our latest podcasts.